Shea, thanks so much for being with me this morning. Shea, you lead our higher education risk and regulatory practice, which means you're focused on all things risk management, internal audit, and regulatory compliance for higher education. Can you share with us what risks these institutions are managing currently?
Yeah, absolutely, Amanda. And thanks for asking. I'm going to cover three risks. It's really going to be financial sustainability, generative AI, and then federal compliance and ongoing scrutiny. When you think about the financial sustainability, right now, universities are really being squeezed when it comes to enrollment going down in many places, as well as rising costs. And a lot of universities and colleges are currently running at an operational deficit. So when you think about internal audit, plans are getting narrowed, maybe even getting delayed, might be in situations where you're not able to fill positions, so hiring freezes. I think you also have to look across the university in total, and all employees are trying to do a little bit more for less, right? So our other parts of the organization not able to hire, fill needs. And that provides an opportunity for internal audit to really look at those and see where the risks are. So in the end, I think when you look at that in and of itself doesn't change risk significantly, but I think it really creates a situation where you're going to have to do more with less in your internal audit department. I would say the next one is generative AI. It's already in use across all of our universities and colleges. We know that faculty are using it, staff are using it, students as well. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be something we're going to have to deal with because it does make things more efficient. It helps in the research be quicker and doing a lot of administrative tasks. But with that, it creates a lot of risk. Data privacy, IP integrity, when you start thinking about FERPA laws, maybe HIPAA. When we think about it, we use the term responsible AI. It's really understanding and establishing the governance model that goes around the use of AI, but also beginning to make the decisions about guardrails and the use of data to make sure that you don't have some of those, call them mess ups along the way, and you have safe use of AI. The final thing I'm going to talk a little bit about is federal scrutiny. So the scope of compliance continues to change, whether it's research security and CMMC, whether it's foreign influence, Section 117, Title VI. I would say you also have cyber tied to all of these different areas. So the impact of this is not just the fines, but it's really about where are people spending their time? How are they thinking about it? The funding, or the payment for grants being delayed. The real impact to that for me is, as a risk professional, is continuing to try and be part of the solution, making sure that people aren't thinking about it in silos, but across different elements, IT, research, admin, and being part of the overall solution.
Yeah, great, Shea. It sounds like a real opportunity to help these institutions really use their resources in a very focused way and stay on top of these changing regulations or interpretations. And for those of us who have kids in college or going to college, I feel like we live some of these things every day, but from the outside in. So I really appreciate you giving us some great perspective from the inside out. So thanks so much, Shea, for your viewpoint this morning.
Thank you.